Have you ever pondered the prophecies surrounding the reconstruction of the temple in Jerusalem, the throbbing heart of biblical history? The temple, a testament to divine presence dating back to King Solomon's reign in the 10th century BCE, highlighted in Bible reference 1 Kings 6, 1:38, represents a sanctuary of prayer, a fortress hope, and undeniably holds a central role in the biblical narrative. Historically, it was the nucleus of worship for the Israelites, a place where the divine and human realms converge, where heaven and earth meet. It's a place that has witnessed the rise of empires, endured invasions and ruination, and yet has sustained its spiritual significance. The narrative of the temple transcends its past and projects into its future, a future shrouded in mystique, puzzle, and prophecy. The Old Testament is a chest full of prophecies, some fulfilled, others awaiting their time. Among these are the prophecies about the reconstruction of the temple, a topic that has aroused curiosity and for centuries. For instance, Jeremiah 29:10 prophesies the return of Jews and the rebuilding of the temple. These prophecies herald a time when the temple will again rise in Jerusalem, restoring its initial prominence and importance. The temple symbolizes more than a physical process. It signifies restoration, rejuvenation, and the realization of divine promise, forecasting a future where the divine presence returns in a tangible form. The prophecies relating to this event aren't mere predictions. They're entwined with symbolism, infused with sacred meanings, and effervescing with divine promises. As we dig deeper this subject, we'll navigate through the pathways of biblical history, retracing the temple's past, its devastation, and the prophecies foretelling its future restoration. We'll inspect the temple's role during biblical times, its significance to the Israelites, and its extraordinary position in God's divine plan. We'll also scrutinize the prophetic voices that foretold its fate, their words reverberating through time, their prophecies waiting to be realized. Most importantly, we'll endeavor to understand the implications these prophecies, not just for the people of the ancient era, but for us today. What understanding do these prophecies provide about God's plan, His promises, and His unwavering faithfulness? What do they reveal about our spiritual quest and our longing for divine presence? So, are you ready to launch into this riveting exploration? Are you prepared to investigate the mysteries of the temple's reconstruction and the compelling prophecies its resurgence? Join us as we decipher the enigmas of these prophecies and trace the timeline of the temple's reconstruction. Our journey begins with the majestic first temple, built by King Solomon. According to 1 Kings 6, 1:38, an emblem of divine presence and a beacon of spiritual guidance, Solomon's temple served as the heart of ancient Israel. Its architectural splendor was not merely a testament to the nation's profound faith and unwavering devotion, but also a tangible reflection of the detailed descriptions in the Bible. Constructed with the finest materials, it boasted of Lebanon's cedars, gold from Ophir, and intricate craftsmanship, as chronicled in the Holy Scriptures. The temple's exterior was a spectacle of grandeur, embellished with complex carvings and coated with a layer of gold that shimmered in the sunlight. Inside were three main chambers: the porch, the holy place, and the Holy of Holies, each a testament to the sanctity and purpose of the temple. In the Bible, the Holy of Holies, home of the covenant, was such a sacred sanctuary that only the high priest could enter, and only once a year. These chambers pulsed with spiritual energy as priests performed rituals and offerings, and the faithful gathered to worship. This was not merely a building, but a symbol of unity and faith, as portrayed in the biblical texts. However, the beacon of faith, the monument of devotion, was not to last forever. The first temple's existence was marred by turmoil and strife. It faced the wrath of invading armies, succumbing to the Babylonians' might, 686 BCE. Its destruction left an indelible scar on the collective consciousness of the Jewish people, a poignant reminder of loss and exile. Yet, amid the ruins and despair, a biblical glimmer of hope emerged. Prophet Jeremiah, one of the major prophets of the Hebrew Bible, prophesied the rebuilding of the temple. He envisioned a future where the temple would rise again from its ashes, restored to its former glory, as described in the sacred scriptures. As mentioned in Jeremiah 29:10, "For thus says the Lord, after 70 years are completed at Babylon, I will visit you and perform my good word toward you, and cause you to return to this place." This prophecy, while providing a glimmer of hope, was also a divine command to rebuild, renew, and restore. The prophecy of Jeremiah was not just about bricks and mortar. It was about a renewal of faith, a reaffirmation of the covenant between God and his people as prescribed in the Bible. It was a promise of a future where the divine presence would once again reside among the people. The temple would serve as a spiritual beacon, guiding faithful towards their Creator. The first temple, once a symbol of divine presence, fell into ruins, but not before a prophecy was made for its future. The prophecy of Jeremiah, as referenced in the Bible, set the stage for a remarkable journey of faith and resilience, a journey towards the rebuilding of Solomon's temple. Out of the ashes of destruction, the temple rose once more, its rebirth a fulfillment of prophecy. This was the second temple, erected under the vigilant stewardship of Zerubbabel, a descendant of King David, as described in the book of Ezra 3:8-13. Zerubbabel's name, which fittingly translates to born in Babylon, served as a stark reminder of the Jewish exile that had previously occurred. Upon their release from Babylonian captivity, Zerubbabel shepherded the Jewish people back to Jerusalem, their spirits buoyed by Jeremiah's prophecy. This prophecy was a beacon of hope, guiding them back to their homeland. Upon their arrival, they found the once magnificent city of Jerusalem in ruins. The temple, the very core of their faith, was reduced to mere rubble. Nevertheless, buoyed by the prophecy, they embarked on the daunting task of reconstruction. This arduous endeavor, however, was not without its considerable challenges. Building Zerubbabel's temple proved a veritable Herculean task. The political climate was tense, with local resistance from those who were not keen on the reconstruction of the temple. There were skirmishes and disputes, with locals rejecting the Jewish return to Jerusalem. The resources were also considerably scarce, building materials hard to come by, and the workforce was limited. Despite these obstacles, Jewish people, fueled by of faith in their prophecy and an unyielding resolve, pressed on. They and their belief in the promise of a restored temple, a symbol of their sacred covenant with God. Their faith and determination were the foundation on which they built, as referenced in the book of Ezra. After 20 years of relentless labor, the temple was finally completed. It had rivaled the grandeur of Solomon's temple, but it was a beacon of hope, a testament to the will of the Jewish people and the power of Jeremiah's prophecy. Nevertheless, Zerubbabel's temple also met its end. In the year 70 AD, it was laid waste by the Romans, of its religious heart once more. This tragic event was also prophesied in the Bible, specifically in Matthew 24:1-2, which foretold the destruction of the Second Temple. Just as its construction had been foretold, so was its destruction. And with its fall, another prophecy was set into motion, leading to another cycle of destruction and rebuilding. This cycle, an integral part, the narrative of the temple, serves as a reminder of the resilience of faith, the power of prophecy, and the enduring spirit of the Jewish people. The prophecies of the Old Testament delve deeply into intriguing visions of a third temple, a divine edifice yet to grace the earth. These prophecies, wrapped in cryptic and often metaphorical language, have kindled the curiosity and captivated the minds of believers for countless generations. Central to these prophecies are the books of the distinguished prophets Ezekiel and Daniel, which serve as our point of departure in our exploration of these prophetic predictions. Ezekiel, with his visionary prowess, describes an intricate architectural design of the Third Temple, as laid out in Ezekiel 40:48. His prophecy envisages a temple far grander and more magnificent than those that came before it, a beacon of the divine and a conduit of spiritual connection. Yet the prophecies are not without their intricacies and layers of interpretation. Ezekiel's vision, brimming with detail as provided in Ezekiel 40:48, compels biblical scholars to delve deeper into the text and decipher its mysteries. Different interpretations have emerged over time, with some focusing on the literal architectural elements, while others seek metaphorical and spiritual significance. In contrast, Daniel, another prophet of monumental importance, presents us with the enigma of the 70 weeks, outlined in Daniel 9:24-27. This prophecy, woven into a fabric of complex symbols, has been interpreted by countless scholars as a countdown to the construction of the Third Temple. Different interpretations abound, from the literal to the allegorical, each casting a unique light on the prophecy's potential significance. The temple is not just a structure to be constructed of bricks and mortar. Rather, it embodies a celestial monument of extraordinary spiritual significance. It represents a resurgence of divine worship, a revival of spiritual harmony, and a beacon of hope for a world craving it. Different beliefs circulate about the impact of this future edifice, with some viewing it as a symbol of an impending age, while others see it as a sign of universal peace and unity. The prophecies about the Third Temple are laden with both mystery and ambiguity. They propose puzzles that require keen discernment and wisdom to decode. Questions regarding the timing and manner in which these prophecies will materialize form the essence of intense debate among scholars and believers. Prophecies are not mere forecasts of the future. They are divine messages intended to inspire, guide, and prepare us for what's forthcoming. They serve as a reminder of a supreme power that orchestrates the course of history, intricately weaving a sequence of events that lead towards a divinely decreed fate. As we delve into the depths of these prophecies, we find ourselves immersed in a narrative of divine intent and destiny, a narrative of time and forms a continuous thread of divine revelation. The future holds the key to the Third Temple, a prophecy yet to be fulfilled, a prophecy that calls us to stay vigilant, to be patient, and to ready ourselves for what is destined to unfold. Our adventure begins with the intriguing First Temple of Solomon. The Bible, precisely 1 Kings 6:1-38, paints a detailed picture of this architectural masterpiece, built under the reign of King Solomon in the 10th century BC. This divine structure became the heart of Jewish worship. Unfortunately, as mentioned in 2 Kings 25:8-10, this magnificent symbol of faith was destroyed in 586 BC by King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon. The Jewish community deeply mourned the loss of their sacred symbol. However, our journey doesn't end there. We proceed next to the Second Temple, built by Zerubbabel after the Jews returned from their Babylonian captivity, as documented in Ezra 3:8-13. This temple, though not as grand as the First Temple, symbolized the Jewish people's resilience and renewed hope. Despite its lack of grandeur, played a significant role until its catastrophic end in 70 AD by the Romans under General Titus, as prophesied in Matthew 24:1-2. Each destructive event not only demolished a temple, but also severely affected the Jewish people, testing their faith and resilience. However, the Jewish people's spirit remained unbroken, as is evident through the biblical prophecies of the temple's reconstruction. The books of Isaiah 2:2-4, Jeremiah 33:14-16, and Ezekiel 40:48 prophesy a radiant future where the temple rises again in all its glory. Our journey towards the much-anticipated Third Temple, a prophecy yet to be fulfilled, brings us nearer to a symbol of divine presence, peace, and a testament to faith's resilience. The expectancy of the Third Temple's construction, as prophesied in Isaiah 2:4, Jeremiah 33:14-16, and Ezekiel 40:48, continues to attract scholars, theologians, and believers. In conclusion, the story of the temple extends beyond the physical structures of stone and mortar. It is about the unrelenting faith of a people, their bond with the divine, anticipation of the future. As we wait for the final prophecy to come to fruition, the temple's saga continues to enthrall us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our Closer to God channel to delve deeper into such fascinating biblical narratives. Did you know there's a fascinating connection between the Antichrist and the New Jerusalem temple? The prophecy of the Antichrist, mentioned in the book of Daniel, is intricately linked with the Third Temple. Daniel 9:27 refers to a prince who will establish a covenant with many for 1 week. This prince is widely interpreted by scholars as the Antichrist, who will break his covenant midway, putting an end to sacrifice and offering. This prophecy is further echoed in the New Testament in 2 Thessalonians 2:3-4, where the man of sin, another term for the Antichrist, exalts himself above all that is called God or worshipped, so that he, as God, sits in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. This has led many to believe that the Third Temple will be a key location in the end times, and the Antichrist will play a significant role in its story. The Antichrist's association with the temple is seen as a sign of the end times, marking a period of great tribulation before the return of Christ. This connection adds a layer of complexity to the prophecies about the New Jerusalem temple. It serves as a reminder that the future of Jerusalem and its temple is not just about a physical structure's reconstruction, but it also plays a significant role in the unfolding of end-time biblical prophecies. This intriguing connection adds another layer of mystery to the prophecies about the New Jerusalem temple. The story of the temple is not just a tale of destruction and renewal, but also a narrative interwoven with prophecies of the end times. As we anticipate the construction of the Third Temple, we are also reminded of the prophecies that surround it. Stay tuned for more such fascinating insights on our Closer to God channel.